So you're moving to Colorado and you're looking for a small town feel, and you're not really wanting something super congested like the big city of Denver. There are two cities that exemplify just that, and today we'll be discussing Brighton, Colorado, and why you might want to consider moving there. We will go over all the pros and cons of moving to Brighton, Colorado, but first, in case we haven't met, my name is Venus, your favorite Denver realtor. Now the biggest pro we're just going to start out with, it's the community. Driving through Brighton feels like you're going back through time, with a super quaint old town with mom and pop stores, diners that feel like you're in the 50s. I mean, I wouldn't know, but I've seen TV shows. You know, it's the kind of place where the local stores, including Target, sell the high school merchandise. Like, they're all in on their school. There are so many local events too. You know, like there's tree lighting ceremonies, there's an active Rotary, a Chamber of Commerce is really great. There's summer art shows in the park, there's St. Patrick's Day pub crawls, chili cook-offs. So if you really want to be part of a community that is a true community, Brighton may just be a place for you to explore. Plus, from the heart of Brighton to the heart of downtown Denver, on a good day is right about 30 minutes. Brighton is also just currently under 50,000 people. I think it's right about 47, maybe 48,000, but it's also fairly spread out, with the heart of the city being the core, and it spreads off to the northeast with some properties that are out on land, and then a little bit further out west called Todd Creek Farms, which is also acreage sites. So another pro, aside from the small town feel, the quaint historic downtown, and the community all in with a high school, it's actually more affordable due to the location. You have three very distinct types of homes, or at least ranges of homes. You have the older homes, which are some of the bungalows, the smaller ranches. I mean, you're looking at 700, 800 square feet homes. Then you have the stick-built common builder homes, and then you have the properties out on the acreage. There are very little paired homes or apartments. There's a few apartment complexes. The starting price for the smaller, kind of fixer-up type, maybe 700 square foot home is about $275,000, but that one needs to be really fixed up, so you're probably looking at more $350,000. The average price of the newer homes that were built after 2010 is right around $650,000, but there's plenty of homes in the $400,000 range. And if you're looking for acreage, you're looking at right under $1 million for the average, but there are some in the 700s, and there's some all the way up to the $2 million point. It's quite a range, and Brighton really does have something for everyone. So along those same lines as lifestyle, the last pro we're going to go over is recreation. Located within the area is Bar Lake. Bar Lake just has something for everyone. It is a state park, so you'll either need to pay to get in or get a yearly pass. Oh my gosh, you can fish, you can boat, you can hike, you can visit the nature center, you can ride a horse. I have personally walked the 8.8 mile trail around the lake, but make sure you check on the weather, because as you know, Colorado can change drastically in no time. There are eagles' nests there. There's other wildlife viewing options. You can take a powerboat on the lake, but it is limited to electric trolling, gas motors with 10 horsepower or less. And if you like to fish, there's channel catfish, bass, rainbow trout, walleye, bluegill, and more. You can have events or parties there. I previously served on a board for a grief counseling center, and we initiated a lantern festival on the lake. Oh my gosh, there's also an archery range. There's just so much to do. Brighton also has its own water park called the Oasis, with slides and a lazy river and just a regular old pool. Brighton has its own AMC movie theater, has an axe throwing facility. There's so many farms that you can shop from. There's a large recreation center. So you may be looking for that small town feel, but it isn't the holy crap, there's nothing to do here, small town feel. There are just so many things to do in Brighton. Plus again, you're literally just a quick 30-minute drive to downtown Denver if you need a little more action. So with all this greatness, what could possibly be a con about Brighton? Well, aside from the fact that it's a smaller town, it's a little bit more remotely situated, and if that's not what you're after, that could be some deterrence for moving to Brighton. But what else is there? Well, the job market in Brighton is very small. There are not a lot of big businesses, and you will more than likely have to commute to work if you work out of the home. So if you are commuting, say, to downtown, and you don't want to pay parking, there are limited public transportation options from Brighton. You would either be driving to either a bus stop or a light rail facility. So that's two likely cons right there: lack of jobs and limited transportation to the job options. So the last con is kind of contradictory to what I previously shared about how the town just loves its high school. The school system is really not rated very well, and many parents that I have moving to the area, they almost always check school ratings. Brighton High School ranked 208th out of all of Colorado schools. The area school district is called 27J, and it's very highly ranked with very economically disadvantaged youth. I was told recently that the school district has a higher number of homeless families, and by homeless that means families that don't necessarily have an address and living with other families. There are many houses that have multiple families and multiple generations living in one house. And also, if you look at greatschools.net, they range the school as below average for student progress with just an average readiness rate for college. So I know, again, most of my clients who move here from out of state, they nearly always consider the schools when choosing a location. And if you happen to have children and you're moving here, that may be something you'd like to discuss. There is a charter school, so there are other options, but the main schooling system is not rated very well. So it's just advisable to visit the area, talk to locals, and I'm happy to help you make that visit if you're planning a move to Denver or any of the surrounding cities. So thanks for stopping by and watching. If you have any real estate needs or questions, I am here for you. However it is you want to reach out, call, text, or email. Until next time, see you soon.